as he walks behind the tusker elephant carrying the golden casket. Between him and the tusker, more than 40 of the world-famous Kandyan dancers called West dancers take part. And these dancers are considered to be the best traditional Kandyan dancers from the hill country of Sri Lanka. The lay custodian of the temple, the Diyavadana Nilame, is dressed in royal costume. He is responsible for organizing the Kandi Asala Perahera, and he holds the full responsibility of all rituals and traditions connected with the temple of the sacred tooth relic, the Sri Dalada Maligawa. This is the second part of the Kandi Asala Perahera, and this part of the procession is organized by the Natha Devala, the Hindu temple of God Natha. It is dedicated to the god Natha. The swan is considered the vehicle of god Natha, and the color yellow symbolizes this Hindu deity. This Hindu temple procession is almost similar to the lineup of the Buddhist part of the procession, except that the chief tusker carries the insignias of the relevant deities, and the lay custodian of this Hindu temple is called Basnayaka Nilame. The cup planting ceremony or planting of the holy stick and the water cutting ceremony of the Kandi Asala Perahera are initiated by this Hindu temple or Devala. This is the third part of the Kandi Asala Perahera, and this part of the procession is organized by Vishnu Devala, the Hindu temple of god Vishnu. It is dedicated to the god Vishnu. Gurula, a mythical bird similar to an eagle, is considered the vehicle of god Vishnu. The color blue symbolizes this Hindu deity. This Hindu temple procession is very much similar to the lineup of Buddhist part of the procession, except that the chief tusker carries the insignias of the relevant deities, and the lay custodian of this Hindu temple is called Basnayaka Nilame. This is the fourth part of the Kandi Asala Perahera, and this part of the procession is organized by the Khattaragama or Skanda Devala, the Hindu temple of god Khattaragama. It is dedicated to the god Khattaragama or Skanda. The blue peacock is considered the vehicle of god Khattaragama, and the color red symbolizes this Hindu deity. But you can see a significant difference in this part, where its orchestra and performing dancers stand for the cultural and religious identity. Instead of West dancers and drummers, the Kavadi dancers and music meant for Kavadi dancing add their uniqueness to the procession. The lay custodian of this Hindu temple is called Basnayaka Nilame. This is the fifth part of the Kandi Asala Perahera, and this part of the procession is organized by Pattini Devala, the Hindu temple of goddess Pattini, and it is held to invoke blessings of goddess Pattini. She is a goddess who is believed to have power of control over diseases such as smallpox, chickenpox, and measles. And the inclusion of her Devale in the procession is to placate her. Also, this Hindu temple procession is almost similar to the lineup of Buddhist part of the procession, except that the chief tusker carries the insignias of the relevant deities, and the lay custodian of this Hindu temple is called Basnayaka Nilame. On the last day, following the day of the final Randoli procession, the water cutting ceremony takes place at the nearby small town Gatame and ends up with the day Perahera, which obviously happens during daytime. After the day Perahera, as part of the old tradition or practice during British rule time, the lay custodian, Devadana Nilame, together with the 4 Basnayaka Nilames, shall report to the British governor that the annual pageant was successfully completed. The completion of the procession message at present is presented to the President of Sri Lanka. The final event of this annual procession is called Valiak Natuma, which is a dance ritual. Again, this particular event is part of the Hindu temple dedicated to God Vishnu, and it's basically to pay respects to all the gods for the protection, guidance and blessings extended to participants, artists, the country and the nation to carry out the Kandi Asala Perahera. This ritual is intended to seek forgiveness for any lapses in this procession and to offer profuse thanks to the divine powers. It is also believed that it has been organized to cast away any evil eye for those who have taken part in the procession, including artists and also for the elephants. Hinduism has been a part and parcel of Sri Lankan life for hundreds of years. Over the years, Buddhism has absorbed a number of Hindu customs together with a galaxy of local gods. There is hardly any Sinhalese Buddhist who can deny of his or her reverence to one or two of the Hindu gods or deities. There are ceremonies and rituals associated with every part of a Sri Lankan's life. From birth, first solid meal, first lesson, first job, and first anything must be done at the right and auspicious time, dictated by ancient and somewhat mysterious legends and law. Some of these rituals may only involve a visit to the village temple or a small offering to the gods. But the major ceremonies, especially that are religious in nature, are celebrated in a grand scale. As with many Asian countries, in Sri Lanka, modest dressing is required. Shoulders and legs should be covered when visiting temples or shrines. All visitors to temples should remove their shoes before entering the temple, and heads should be uncovered. You should also avoid posing in front of Buddhist or any other statues for photographs.